hiding behind the couch, darling? Yes. There's so much stuff on the floors here, isn't there? Yes. Yes, because your new mummy's got stuff everywhere. What are you doing there? Coco? Sweetie? Oh, hello, darling. Oh, are you cranky today? Are you cranky today? She is generally settling in quite well. For the first time last night she ate all her dinner, which was great. She's still drinking water quite well, and she's sleeping during the day and at night now, which is a good sign, I think. She still doesn't seem terribly thrilled with us, really, but that's to be expected. She's an older cat who's only ever lived with one couple since she was a kitten, so it's going to take her some time to adjust. I think that's quite normal. She's eaten almost all the biscuits I put out for her this morning. The base of that bowl was full, so this is again a really good sign. She seems to be eating fairly normally. I'm keeping the same feeding patterns as she had at her last house. And as you know, she came with all her own food, so none of her food has been changed whatsoever. We've done everything we possibly can, really, to make her transition as easy as possible. And she seems really well behaved so far, but that's not surprising. She, from what I was told, she's really pretty well trained. She doesn't jump up on furniture. She's not naughty. She doesn't scratch things. She's, obviously well out of the kitten behaviour sort of stage. And she doesn't like looking at the camera at all. Every time I put the camera in her face, poor thing, she's looking everywhere but at it. And as you know, she came with all her own food, so nothing's changed there. We tried to keep it as easy for her as possible to eat the same and settle in as quickly as possible. Just a few other little things we've done. We've bought these little little ball toys. She's completely uninterested in them. There's a couple more over there in the corner of the floor. I've also bought this catnip wand toy with a little mouse there. She is also completely uninterested in that. Her little bed that came with her, which was specially sent, not cleaned, she hasn't touched at all. In fact, she's barely even sniffed it. There's another one of the little ball toys. Just up here on the wall in the laundry, we've got a Fairly diffuser, which puts out cat pheromones. You can Google that and easily find them. Apparently with moves and times of stress, it does help some cats to settle in. What we've also been doing is, see that big cushion there on the floor? We've both been there lying on that, reading books. So Coco gets used to the sound of our voices, and again, in the hope that that will familiarise her with us as quickly as possible. I think I'm going to have to tie that up tighter. She is getting in it. We bought the cat crib for Coco before we got her. I've just bought it online, and I've seen and heard that a lot of cats actually like these. She's gotten into it a couple of times. I'll just show you, it's underneath the chair there. I've actually underestimated her weight though, because when she got in it just now, it was touching the floor. So I'm going to have to tie that up a little bit more tightly, but I've got plenty of space there, as you can see on the ties. So that's about the third time she's gotten into it now. So we'll try that again another time. And she's having another try here. As you can see underneath, I've actually definitely got it a bit too loose there for her size. So I'll fix that in a minute.
Hi guys, it's us. And I got a hurt cut one when I fell over this week. And I changed my band-aid. And look down here, right here. I have a fell over cut. When I cried, and I cried all the time. And then I ran too fast.
Because you ran too fast. Yeah, you fell over, didn't you?
Yeah, up this week when we went off for sales.
This morning.
This morning.
Can we take the band-aid off?
No, because it's still bleeding.
Okay. And what are we going to do now? Give Coco some dinner?
Give Coco some dinner?
Okay.
Oh. Follow me. Follow me to the kitchen.
So this is the meat Coco has for dinner. It comes in several sachets, like so. That's what it looks like. She apparently will eat one whole one normally for her dinner. The first night I gave her a whole one, she hardly ate any. She probably ate about that much of it. Then I cut it down to half of that, and it's just last night, the night of day 5, when she had eaten a half of one. So I'll give her half of one again tonight, and see how she goes. And someone is very keen to give Coco her dinner. Is that your job, to give Coco her dinner?
Yes, and I'm trying to find a spoon.
Okay.
A spoon of Ariel. It's a...
So this is Andrea's mixing up Coco's dinner here for tonight. Looking at the pouch, this is how much we've given her tonight. She does seem, in fact, very hungry. She's been sitting in front of the... Here she is. She's been sitting in front of the fridge for... It's now 5:25 p.m. She's been sitting in front of the fridge since 10 to 4. So let's see how we go with the actual eating and whether she'll follow Andrea. We've been trying to do this for the last few nights, and in order to get her to bond with Andrea, I've been getting Andrea to do the food. So let's see how we go with that. What are you doing, bud?
Come here.
Okay, go. Take it over for her. That's a girl.
Come on. Come on.
Come on, darling. Coco. Come on, sweetie. It's time for your dinner.
Here. Here. Coco, sweetheart. In here. In here.
That's a girl, Nick. Take it and see what she
Coco,
does.
sweetheart. In here.
Yeah. Go. She's following you. That's great. Oh, well done. High five. Come on, see, she's eating. Hi, puppy. We let you eat. We let you eat. So I've cut all these separated all these portions and I've just frozen them all, so I'll take one out every day or couple of days, and to actually use, so I keep it as fresh as possible. She didn't eat very much for someone who seemed so hungry. Just didn't seem to eat much at all. And she's just over here at the moment. Oh, and she's gone. Puppy! Coco! Where are you, sweetie? Oh, she's going into Mummy's workroom. She's going into the room of doom. Let's see what she's gonna do. She actually seems quite cranky again now. She's giving us cranky sounding meows. Oh no, make a liar of me. She's gonna eat some more. She definitely seems to be eating quite slowly, but she is eating, and that's the most important thing. Hopefully we'll settle into a good feeding routine soon. Okay, so half an hour later, this is how much more she's eaten. We'll keep track of her progress throughout the night. Now she's eaten that portion of her dinner. We're having a nice little snooze up on the washing machine. What's your baby? Can I give you a little pat? Can I give you a little gentle pat? Oh, that's a good girl. Oh, she seems quite happy and relaxed, which is really good. Really good. She's actually settling much better than I thought she would, much more quickly. She's probably still not terribly happy. I have read that cats will grieve their previous owner in similar ways to what a human might, so I've been trying to make her feel at home and give her cuddles and plenty of attention and affection, and talk to her very softly and quietly without overwhelming her at the same time, because we don't want her to feel bombarded, because she's stressed enough as it is. And you darling, yeah. And she's quite happy to let me pat her gently like that, and while she's snoozing. And if you can hear, she's purring there. She's a very, very purry cat. Very purry. Let's see if we can hear you, darling. Oh, Mummy disturbed you. Alright, we'll leave you alone now and let you have a little snooze. We'll let you have a little snooze. Oh, baby. Okay. Hello, Bobby. Hello, baby girl. So she's been asleep for about 45 minutes now. Still the evening of day 6. Oh, sorry. No, she's not too happy with me going close while she's eating. But she's having a bit more to eat there, as you can see. So that's good. One thing I didn't mention was that she did have a bout of diarrhea on the evening of day 2. I guess that was just stress. She seemed to be fine. She was toileting normally and eating, although not eating much in the first 2 days. But then suddenly in the early evening of day 2, she had an episode of diarrhea. And so I really panicked, and I raced and Googled all sorts of cat health problems and moving stress and diarrhea things, and freaked out but then she obviously had a sore stomach for a couple of hours after, and then suddenly at 11 o'clock that night she started eating again. So I was like, oh, phew. And she's been fine since. So I quickly threw, I'd had 2 towels down where she'd done that, so I threw one of them out and washed the proper towel like 5 times, and I've just replaced it. If you can see it there, you might have noticed in other previous videos I'd had an old brown towel down. That was why. And she's quite happily eating, quite enthusiastically eating a bit more now. So you can see, yeah, she's getting through that dinner. I've given her 3/4 of one of those sachets of meat tonight, and I think I dare say she'll polish that off by the rest of this evening. And she's still drinking nicely, so yeah, she's definitely seeming much happier. She's comfortably sleeping when she feels like it. She's now sleeping out in the open rather than hiding in the shelves. This little bed that I showed you on the first day, she only went into that in the first couple of days. She hasn't been in that the last few days at all. As it happens, I've got this little kind of woven cane horse table thing there, and she really likes sitting on there, so she jumps up in there and she hides behind the clothes that I've got hanging there, and she loves that little spot so far. Anyway, here she goes. Let's see where she's going to go. Where'd you going to go, Bubby? Oh, straight into the lounge room. We're into day 7 now, and Coco, it's 4:45 in the afternoon, and Coco is sitting in attendance, and I think she's starting to look quite hungry. What do you think, Andrea?
Hey guys, it's us. And look over here when Coco is getting on Mommy's workroom.
Yeah, she is. And how much did she eat this morning?
She ate all her breakfast this week.
She did today.
She did it today.
Yes.
All the time.
She had a full half cup of biscuits, and she's eaten them all, hasn't she?
Yeah.
And I think she's starting to look hungry for dinner.
Yeah.
She's just woken up from an afternoon nap, and she's
and she jumped out of the washing machine.
Yeah, off the washing machine.
Up the washing machine.
Not out of the washing machine. I wonder if she'll go and sit in front of the fridge like she did yesterday.
Yeah, and last night.
Yeah. You still got all your games on the floor, Buggy. Hey? You still got all your games on the floor,
Yeah.
haven't you?
Oh, and there's right behind you, like Coco. Look over there.
What is she doing? Oh, she is looking hungry, isn't she? She is looking hungry. Yep, looking at her food bowl, flicking her tail. Alright, but we're going to make her wait until 5:30 for her dinner, aren't we? Because we've decided 5:30 is a good dinner time for her, haven't we?
And I'm going to be eating some more dinner. Yes.